Now, you already know that, of course, before you buy a share or before you buy a stock, you need to at least know what that company does and how it generates its revenues. Of course, you already know that because I've shouted or I've made a lot of videos trying to stress that point of saying that at least before you buy shares in a company, at least know what they do and how they generate money. Now, somebody asked me just a few days ago as to, okay, now I know what they do and now I know what or how they generate their revenue. So now what is it that I must look out for, or what is it that continue or that has to continue to motivate you to continue loading the boat on the stock or to continue adding more shares onto that stock? Well, my answer to that person was quite simple. You must check their latest developments and the fundamentals that surrounds them, or their future prospects that can make them become that an attractive company to buy. And then that person asked a question saying that what are catalysts, and I indicated to him that catalysts are those kind of things that are in your company that can make them generate a lot of revenues in a short space of time. So it makes them reach certain goals or reach a certain place in a very short space of time. So for instance, I like NEO, as you already know, which is why I talk a lot about. And what are the catalysts of NEO? The catalyst of NEO, especially when looking at 2022, is the NEO ET7, NEO ET5, NEO ES7, and also their Jack Neo factory upgrades, and also their Neo Park, and also their penetration into 4 European countries. So these are some of the catalysts that makes me want to continue, or that makes me continue investing into NEO or putting more money into NEO, because I believe that if they get to this point, or if we get to see NEO doing or achieving this, then it means that its share price will also positively react to the news or to the catalyst, which can make the share price of NEO to shoot up. And also, you don't just look in the short term. Like, one of the things, of course, still with NEO that makes me want to invest long term is simply because of the fact that on a NEO day, the CEO indicated that by the year 2025, they want to see themselves selling their NEO cars in 25 countries, which is something that is truly amazing and makes me want to invest into NEO. So you must have, or you must at least have, this kind of information as to what makes this company stand out in the future, what can make it outperform companies in its industry, what makes it so special, why can I buy this company and leave the other peers or the other companies in its industry. Then when you find those catalysts, or when you find those special fundamentals that separates that company or your company or the company you want to buy against its peers, then I definitely think that then you need to consider loading the boat on that company, because that just simply means that you might see that company doing well in the years to come. And of course, you must have short-term catalyst or short-term news fundamentals that makes you want to buy that stock now, and also the long-term fundamentals or the long-term good news that can make you stay in that company or for a longer term, which is why I personally believe that with this, or with you at least knowing the short-term and the long-term goals of the company, you can easily decide to continue loading the boat on that company, because then that just definitely means, or that would mean, that that company will do very well in the future. And of course, one of the things that you can keep track, if indeed that company is doing well, is to keep track of their earnings results, is to keep track of their financial results and check if this company is growing in terms of revenue generation, if this company is growing in terms of profitability, and of course that is the EPS, or the earnings per share. Is the earning per share positively increasing? Then if it is increasing, then that ought to be taken as a very good sign that this is a company that you can still expect it to do very well even in the years to come as they get to their long-term goal or long-term target. So these are some of the things that you need to have at the back of your mind when you buy shares. These are some of the things that you need to have in your mind when you before you load the boat or before you buy that company? What are some of the things that makes that company special, especially when comparing to other companies in its industry? Then if they are doing something that other companies are not doing, or if they are doing something that gives them a benefit from other companies in the same industry, then I think that is the best company to buy in that industry. So I just thought I should just do this short video, especially after I've received a question from one of the retail investors, and this was not the first time, which is why I just thought that maybe I should just do a video trying to address this question, because it's not the first time I was asked such a question. So of course, you, after knowing what the company does and how it generates revenue, you need to know the things that makes that company so special when comparing to its peers. What makes it stand out? Then when you find those things, if you could find those things in that company, then I definitely believe that you should load the boat on that company, because it will do very well. Because one of the things, of course, that really excites investors is good future prospects. Where can I expect this company A to be in the next 5 years? Where can I expect this company to be in the next 12 years? Then those are the kind of questions that you should ask yourself before you put your money into these companies, because once you find the answers to those kind of questions, then you can easily invest in that company comfortably, maybe even regardless if whether the share price drop by 20-30%. You are not going to panic, because at least you know where that company is going. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and this video was just an entertainment video where I was just trying to raise my opinion and try to show you as to what makes me personally to decide that I'm going to buy this company, or what is it that makes me to decide that I'm going to put in more money into this company. I put because of the catalyst, or because of those special reasons that makes that company stands out when comparing to their peers. Otherwise, with all that, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, before, like I said, you invest into a company, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable to invest into that company or share. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.